name that has been batted around quite a lot as to who could be the next leader of the Conservative Party after David Cameron, as it seems quite ominous, is defeated in the next election. There have been several names, but only one really strong name. That is the one of Boris Johnson. He might seem like an idiot. He looks like an idiot. He sounds like an idiot. But don't let that fool you. He really is an idiot. A really big idiot. It's impossible to really be more idiotic as a politician who isn't even in the government. He's just a mayor. He's not actually the government. But he's an extremely idiotic man. He gave information to his friend about beating up a journalist when he had numerous affairs right in front of the journalists. He broke down on a zip wire, most importantly, and, well, a lot of people were disappointed when he didn't actually set the Olympic flag on fire. So I'm still quite disappointed about that, but never mind. Now, as I've already said, Boris Johnson is an idiot, but he's a dangerous idiot, because he is an idiot who could, if only two significant events occur, become Prime Minister, theoretically. One is if the Conservatives lose the next general election, he is by a long mile the most popular Conservative politician there is in Britain. He is not particularly popular. He's only popular in a sort of ho-ho-ho, if he was Prime Minister, think how funny it would be. Not popular as in a lot of people agree with his policies, because not that many do. A certain amount do, but not that many do. If the Conservatives lose the next general election, he will probably become Conservative leader. The other one is if, for some reason, the whole economy goes bottoms up again, and David Miliband gets voted out in 2020. David Miliband? Ed Miliband. If those two things happen, he will be Prime Minister, and then who knows what might happen, because he's an extremely, in terms of social policy, he is a very socially liberal and progressive person, like being mayor of one of the most ethnically diverse cities in the world is one thing that makes him seems a more progressive sort of person. And in terms of that, but in terms of other things, for example, he's not from an aristocratic background, but he is from a upper class background. He did go to Eton. He did the infamous Bullingdon Club he was associated with, and when he was president of the Oxford University Union, he was seen as an extremely aristocratic figure. In terms of his economic policy, for example, he is extremely Thatcherite. He is an extremely business-minded person. He is not a person of, for example, if the NHS were to fall into his hands, he would probably get it all privatised. Boris Johnson is, I think, was very well described in the documentary recently, a sly fox dressed up as a teddy bear. He is an extremely dangerous figure, and you shouldn't take, well, you say this with most politicians, but particularly with Boris Johnson, you shouldn't listen to what he says, you should listen to what he thinks. You should look at literature handed out by him, political literature, rather than what he actually says. It's all very calculated to make you laugh and to not really listen to what he actually says. So be aware of Boris.